Imagine living in a world where your focus is sharp, distractions no longer have power over you, and your productivity soars to new heights. Dopamine Detox is more than just another self-help book. It's a blueprint for regaining control of your mind and reclaiming your attention. In today's hyper-stimulated society, our brains are constantly bombarded with notifications, entertainment, and cravings for instant gratification. This book takes you on a journey to reset your brain's reward system, helping you cut ties with the unhealthy habits that dominate your life and distract you from your true potential. The powerful concept of dopamine detox is designed to strip away the distractions that have been holding you back, whether it's social media, junk food, binge watching, or even procrastination. The magic of this detox lies in its simplicity. By intentionally stepping away from the sources of constant dopamine spikes, you allow your brain to reset, enabling you to focus more deeply, work more efficiently, and feel more fulfilled by everyday life. Throughout this book, you will discover actionable steps that can transform the way you think, work, and live. From understanding the science behind dopamine and why our brains are hooked on quick rewards, to learning how to implement a successful detox and avoid falling back into old habits, every chapter equips you with the tools to make lasting changes. The author's practical advice, rooted in psychology and neuroscience, ensures that this isn't just a temporary fix. It's a long-term solution to overcoming distractions and finding more meaning in life. What makes Dopamine Detox a truly life-changing guide is its ability to speak to the core of our modern-day struggles. We've all been there, losing hours scrolling mindlessly, feeling overwhelmed by procrastination, and then wondering why we're not achieving the goals we've set for ourselves. This book holds the key to breaking that cycle. By the time you finish reading, you will understand how to reset your mind, focus on what truly matters, and unlock the drive you need to achieve success, whether that's in your career, relationships, or personal development. Stay with us till the end as we unravel the secrets to conquering procrastination, restoring your focus, and building a life full of purpose. This video promises to leave you with practical steps to detox from your distractions and cultivate long-lasting habits that lead to a more intentional, productive, and fulfilling life. And if you're feeling inspired and want to grab a copy for yourself, I've dropped a link in the description below where you can get the book. Chapter 1. Dopamine and the Role It Plays. Dopamine is the brain's way of rewarding us for activities that it perceives as beneficial, whether it's something as basic as eating or as engaging as checking social media. It's often referred to as the feel-good neurotransmitter because it's responsible for those little bursts of happiness or satisfaction we experience when we do something we enjoy. But here's where things can go wrong. The brain can get addicted to this feeling of pleasure, especially when it's constantly triggered by instant gratification. Every time you receive a notification, watch a funny video, or indulge in junk food, your brain releases a spike of dopamine. While these moments feel good in the short term, constantly chasing after such rewards can leave you overstimulated and craving more. Your brain begins to associate these quick fixes with satisfaction, making you reach for your phone or snacks more often, even when you're not truly hungry or interested. This overstimulation is precisely what makes it so difficult to focus on important, long-term goals. The real problem occurs when these dopamine spikes take over your daily routine. Things that used to bring you genuine satisfaction, like working on a meaningful project or spending time with loved ones, start to pale in comparison to the quick, easily accessible dopamine hits from entertainment or social media. Your motivation to do deeper, more fulfilling tasks diminishes because the brain craves the immediate payoff that dopamine provides. But the beauty of understanding dopamine is that you can also learn to harness its power. Dopamine isn't inherently bad. It's necessary for motivation and focus. However, it's the over-reliance on activities that provide constant hits of dopamine that leaves you feeling drained, unmotivated, and unable to focus. This book teaches you how to take control of that cycle, how to reset your brain's response to dopamine, and how to find joy and fulfillment in activities that contribute to your long-term success and happiness. By understanding the role dopamine plays in your behavior, you'll see that it's not about cutting out all pleasure or joy in life. Instead, it's about becoming aware of how you can regulate your dopamine levels and shift your focus from short-term gratification to long-term fulfillment. You'll learn how to retrain your brain to appreciate slower, more meaningful rewards, and you'll regain control over your attention, energy, and focus. In short, understanding dopamine's role is the key to breaking free from the endless loop of distractions and rediscovering what truly matters in your life. You'll not only improve your mental clarity, but also unlock a greater sense of purpose, allowing you to achieve your goals more effectively. Chapter 2: The Problem. In the modern world, we are constantly surrounded by distractions that trigger quick dopamine releases. Whether it's the endless scroll on social media, the ease of ordering fast food, or binge-watching TV shows, we are bombarded by activities designed to give us instant gratification. This is the essence of the problem highlighted in this book. Our brains are wired to seek pleasure and avoid pain, and dopamine plays a crucial role in this process. Every time you engage in a pleasurable activity, your brain rewards you with a surge of dopamine, making you want to repeat that behavior. The issue arises when these small, seemingly harmless activities, like checking notifications, consuming junk food, or watching another episode, begin to dominate your day. They provide a constant source of distraction, making it harder to concentrate on more meaningful, longer-term tasks. The problem with overstimulation isn't just that it steals our time, it rewires our brains. When we're constantly exposed to these high levels of dopamine, our brain begins to crave it more frequently. It adapts by becoming less sensitive to everyday pleasures, meaning that normal, more substantial activities, like working on a project, reading a book, or even spending quality time with loved ones, no longer feel as satisfying. In short, the brain begins to associate pleasure only with quick, fleeting hits, rather than the deeper fulfillment that comes from achieving meaningful goals. This is where the struggle of procrastination, lack of focus, and feeling unmotivated originates. When your brain is used to easy, short-term rewards, it resists activities that require effort and patience, but ultimately lead to more lasting satisfaction. Tasks like finishing a work assignment, committing to a fitness routine, or even sticking to a long-term goal become harder because they don't give that immediate hit of dopamine. Instead, your brain pushes you toward activities that provide faster gratification, even if they don't serve your long-term interests. The problem is much larger than just losing focus. Over time, this overstimulation can lead to feelings of anxiety, frustration, and even depression. As your brain becomes accustomed to constant dopamine spikes, you may start to feel unsatisfied or restless when you're not engaging in something that gives you an immediate reward. This leaves many of us trapped in a cycle of unproductivity, where we're constantly seeking distractions instead of focusing on what truly matters. The good news is that by recognizing this pattern, you can begin to break free from it. Dopamine Detox helps you identify the specific activities that trigger overstimulation and offers a structured approach to reduce your dependence on them. By consciously stepping away from these distractions, you can retrain your brain to find joy and satisfaction in more meaningful, long-term pursuits. This reset allows you to regain control of your focus and energy, creating room for genuine fulfillment and long-lasting success. By addressing this core problem, the book gives you the power to break free from the habits that hold you back and ultimately to find balance and clarity in a world filled with distractions. Chapter 3: The Benefits of a Detox. The benefits of a dopamine detox are profound, especially in today's fast-paced world where distractions are abundant. By engaging in a dopamine detox, you intentionally reduce or eliminate activities that provide instant gratification, such as scrolling through social media, binge-watching TV shows, or indulging in junk food. This allows your brain to reset and helps you regain control over your attention, focus, and overall mental clarity. One of the most significant benefits of a dopamine detox is the enhancement of your focus. When you're constantly exposed to activities that give you quick bursts of pleasure, your ability to concentrate on important tasks weakens. By temporarily cutting out these distractions, you give your brain a break from overstimulation, which in turn improves your ability to focus on longer, more meaningful projects. Another benefit is increased productivity. Without the constant need to chase after quick dopamine hits, you'll find yourself more capable of engaging in activities that require sustained effort. Tasks that once seemed daunting or boring, like finishing a work project, studying, or even exercising, become more manageable because your brain is no longer conditioned to crave instant rewards. This productivity boost helps you achieve more of your goals and feel more accomplished in both your personal and professional life. Mental clarity is also a huge advantage of detoxing. When you're free from the noise of constant stimulation, your mind becomes clearer and calmer. The fog created by endless distractions lifts, allowing you to think more deeply and make better decisions. This mental clarity can lead to new insights and breakthroughs, as your brain isn't occupied by superficial distractions. The detox also has emotional benefits. Often, when we're overstimulated, we don't even realize how anxious, restless, or dissatisfied we become. By stepping away from the sources of quick dopamine spikes, you allow your emotions to stabilize. You may find that you're less anxious, more content, and generally more present in your day-to-day life. You begin to appreciate smaller, more meaningful moments, and the constant craving for more stimulation fades. Additionally, a dopamine detox can help you reestablish healthier habits. Instead of turning to your phone or junk food every time you're bored, you start to fill your time with more productive and fulfilling activities. This process naturally encourages you to engage in behaviors that contribute to your long-term well-being, such as reading, exercising, meditating, or learning new skills. Over time, these habits replace the need for quick dopamine fixes, leading to a more balanced and fulfilling lifestyle. Finally, a dopamine detox can improve your overall sense of happiness and satisfaction. When you stop relying on constant stimulation to feel good, you begin to find joy in slower, more rewarding experiences. Your brain becomes more sensitive to natural pleasures, like achieving a goal, spending quality time with loved ones, or enjoying a beautiful moment. This sense of satisfaction is deeper and more lasting, helping you feel more fulfilled in life. In summary, the benefits of a dopamine detox are far-reaching. It not only helps you regain focus and productivity, but also leads to greater mental clarity, emotional balance, and a more fulfilling life overall. This reset gives you the power to break free from distractions and take control of your future. Chapter 4. A 3-step method for a successful detox. The book introduces a simple yet powerful 3-step method to successfully implement a dopamine detox. This method is designed to help you regain control over your brain's dopamine-driven urges and guide you towards healthier, more productive habits. Step 1. Identify your triggers. The first step is all about awareness. You need to take a close look at your daily routines and identify which activities are causing dopamine spikes. These could include things like checking your phone constantly, binge-watching shows, playing video games, or even overindulging in snacks or caffeine. It's crucial to pinpoint the specific behaviors that give you immediate gratification, leading to distraction and procrastination. By being mindful of these triggers, you can start recognizing when and why you turn to them. Step 2. Reduce or eliminate dopamine spiking activities. Once you've identified your triggers, the next step is to start reducing or eliminating them. This doesn't mean you have to quit everything cold turkey. The detox can be approached in stages, starting with cutting down the most frequent or least beneficial activities. For example, you could set a limit on social media usage or create strict time blocks for entertainment. The goal is to reduce the amount of time you spend on these distractions and retrain your brain to no longer crave instant rewards. Step 3. Replace with more fulfilling activities. After cutting down on the dopamine spiking activities, the third step is to fill that space with more meaningful and fulfilling activities. This could include things like reading, exercising, meditating, working on long-term projects, or spending quality time with loved ones. These activities don't give you instant pleasure, but lead to deeper, more lasting satisfaction. This process helps retrain your brain to find joy in slower, more rewarding experiences. Over time, you'll start to naturally gravitate toward these activities instead of the quick dopamine fixes you used to rely on. This three-step method creates a structured, manageable approach to the detox process, making it easier to implement and stick with. By following these steps, you can gradually break free from your dependence on quick dopamine hits and build healthier habits that lead to long-term success and happiness. Chapter 5. Doing the Work and Overcoming Procrastination. One of the biggest obstacles to success is procrastination. We often delay important tasks in favor of easy, short-term pleasures. In this section, the book dives into how dopamine plays a significant role in procrastination and provides strategies to overcome it. Understanding the link between dopamine and procrastination. When we procrastinate, we're often avoiding tasks that don't offer immediate rewards. Instead, we seek activities that provide instant dopamine spikes, like checking our phones, scrolling through social media, or playing video games. These distractions feel good in the moment, but they rob us of the time and energy we need to complete more important tasks. The book explains that breaking free from this cycle is essential for boosting productivity and achieving your long-term goals. Focusing on small wins. To combat procrastination, the book suggests focusing on small wins. Instead of being overwhelmed by the size of a task, break it down into smaller, more manageable steps. Each small accomplishment gives you a sense of progress, which provides a natural dopamine boost without the need for distractions. These small wins build momentum, making it easier to tackle larger tasks. Building discipline over motivation. Relying solely on motivation to get things done can be tricky, as motivation tends to fluctuate. The book emphasizes the importance of discipline over motivation. By building discipline habits, such as working on your goals at the same time each day, you can create a routine that doesn't depend on how you feel in the moment. Over time, your brain adapts to these disciplined behaviors, making them easier to follow without relying on fleeting motivation. Embracing discomfort. Another key strategy to overcome procrastination is learning to embrace discomfort. Many of the tasks we procrastinate on are avoided because they seem difficult or unpleasant. However, by embracing the discomfort and pushing through, you can train your brain to associate hard work with progress and accomplishment. This shift in mindset is crucial for overcoming procrastination and building the resilience needed to tackle difficult tasks. Using dopamine to your advantage. Finally, the book encourages you to use dopamine in a productive way. By attaching small rewards to your accomplishments, like taking a short break after completing a big task, you can train your brain to crave the satisfaction that comes from completing meaningful work. This approach helps retrain your brain to seek long-term rewards over instant gratification. In summary, Part 5 provides actionable advice on overcoming procrastination by focusing on small wins, building discipline, and embracing discomfort. By following these strategies, you can break free from the procrastination cycle and start making steady progress toward your goals. Chapter 6. Avoiding Dopamine Relapse. Avoiding a dopamine relapse is one of the most critical aspects of maintaining the benefits of a dopamine detox. After successfully completing a detox, it's easy to slip back into old habits, especially in a world designed to constantly stimulate our senses. This section of the book focuses on how to maintain long-term discipline and prevent yourself from falling back into the trap of quick dopamine fixes. Understanding relapse triggers. The first step in avoiding relapse is to understand what could trigger it. Even after the detox, the temptation to check your phone, binge-watch TV, or scroll through social media doesn't disappear overnight. The key is recognizing situations or emotions that lead to a relapse, such as boredom, stress, or the need for comfort. By identifying these triggers, you become more conscious of when you are most vulnerable to falling back into old habits. This awareness is your first line of defense against relapse. Creating a sustainable routine. To prevent relapse, it's essential to create a sustainable routine that balances productivity with relaxation. After your detox, you'll need to reintegrate certain activities back into your life, but in a controlled and mindful way. For example, you might decide to limit social media to specific times during the day or allocate time for entertainment without letting it consume hours of your time. The key is balance. Maintaining the structure you established during the detox while allowing yourself to enjoy life in a healthy way. Setting clear boundaries. Clear boundaries are another powerful tool for avoiding dopamine relapse. Once you've reintroduced certain activities, you need to establish limits to ensure they don't become overwhelming again. This might involve setting timers for how long you'll engage in leisure activities or establishing no-phone zones in your home, such as during meals or before bed. These boundaries create a buffer that keeps overstimulation at bay, making it easier to stick to your detox goals in the long term. Mindful consumption. Mindfulness is a central theme in maintaining the benefits of a dopamine detox. Whether it's using technology, consuming media, or engaging in social activities, being mindful of how and why you engage in certain behaviors can prevent a dopamine relapse. Instead of mindlessly scrolling or watching TV, ask yourself if the activity serves a purpose or if it's just filling a void. This conscious approach allows you to stay in control of your habits and avoid falling back into the cycle of quick, unfulfilling dopamine hits. Building resilience against instant gratification. Resilience is essential to avoiding relapse. Throughout the detox, you've learned to resist the pull of instant gratification. To sustain this change, you need to continue building mental toughness. One strategy is to consistently challenge yourself with difficult tasks that require delayed gratification, such as working on a long-term project, learning a new skill, or committing to a fitness goal. By regularly pushing through discomfort, you train your brain to value long-term rewards over short-term pleasure. Using positive reinforcement. While it's important to avoid instant gratification, positive reinforcement can help you maintain motivation. Reward yourself for sticking to your detox goals, but make sure those rewards align with your long-term values. For instance, after completing a big project, treat yourself to a relaxing day outdoors or spend quality time with friends or family. These kinds of rewards don't lead to overstimulation, but provide natural joy and satisfaction. Accountability. Finally, accountability plays a significant role in preventing relapse. Share your goals with a friend or family member who can help you stay on track. Regular check-ins can remind you of why you started the detox and help you resist falling back into bad habits. Having a support system ensures that you remain committed to your long-term goals. In essence, avoiding a dopamine relapse involves a combination of self-awareness, mindful habits, and resilience. By recognizing triggers, setting boundaries, and continuously challenging yourself, you can maintain the benefits of the detox and ensure that your newfound focus and discipline last. This will help you break the cycle of overstimulation permanently, allowing you to lead a more balanced, fulfilling life. Conclusion. The conclusion of the book serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of taking control of your mental habits, particularly in a world where distractions and instant gratification are readily available. A dopamine detox is not just a temporary break from overstimulation, but a transformative process that empowers you to take charge of your mind, your time, and ultimately your life. Throughout the detox journey, you've learned how dopamine drives much of your daily behavior, leading you to seek out quick, easy pleasures that often come at the expense of your long-term goals. Whether it's scrolling through social media, binge-watching TV, or mindlessly consuming content, these behaviors can leave you feeling drained, unfocused, and unfulfilled. But by understanding how dopamine works and deliberately cutting out these distractions, you've taken the first critical step toward a more productive, meaningful existence. The detox has equipped you with tools to not only regain control of your focus and attention, but also to build a more resilient and disciplined mind. By identifying your triggers, reducing or eliminating dopamine-spiking activities, and replacing them with healthier alternatives, you've created a sustainable system that promotes long-term success. You've learned to prioritize activities that provide deep, lasting satisfaction over those that give fleeting pleasure. And this shift in perspective is life-changing. More importantly, the dopamine detox helps you reconnect with yourself. In the process of eliminating distractions, you've created space to think more clearly, pursue your passions, and enjoy the present moment. You've moved beyond the need for constant stimulation and embraced the power of stillness, focus, and intentionality. This clarity not only improves your productivity but enhances your relationships, mental well-being, and overall happiness. As you move forward, maintaining the benefits of the detox is key. The book emphasizes that while the detox is an excellent reset, it's essential to avoid falling back into old habits. By setting clear boundaries, practicing mindful consumption, and continuing to build discipline, you can ensure that you won't relapse into the cycle of overstimulation. The rewards of staying on this path are immense. Improved focus, a deeper sense of accomplishment, stronger relationships, and a life lived with purpose and intention. One of the most significant takeaways is that true happiness and fulfillment don't come from the quick dopamine hits we're so often conditioned to seek out. Instead, they come from meaningful work, personal growth, and the slow, steady progress toward long-term goals. By realigning your brain's reward system through a dopamine detox, you've set yourself up for lasting success. The book encourages you to view this detox not as a one-time event, but as an ongoing practice. Life will always present distractions and temptations, but with the knowledge and tools you've gained, you have the power to stay focused and remain in control. Each time you notice yourself slipping into old habits, you can return to the detox principles to reset your mind and regain your balance. In conclusion, the dopamine detox is not just about breaking free from distractions. It's about reclaiming your time, energy, and mental space to build a life that truly fulfills you. By embracing the principles in this book, you're giving yourself the gift of focus, clarity, and intentional living. The process may not always be easy, but the rewards, greater productivity, deeper happiness, and a more purposeful life, are well worth the effort.